Hello, friends and enemies. It's me, V. I have PCOS. That is why I have a beard. Here's some things for people that, if you're an introvert and you're like, I don't know, I'm trying to get out there, blah, blah, blah. Here's 2 tips that I learned in high school. Well, middle school, then I lost it in high school, but then I regained it in college. Okay, first tip. When you are talking to people and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't stare at them, blah, blah, blah. Here's a tip that I learned from my early age. Look at their forehead. Look right here, right here. Just look at this area. It looks as if someone is, talking to you because your eyes are in that direction. You don't want to go too high because then they'll be like, what? Are they looking? Is it something on my thing? But if you focus in this area, if you focus in that area, you should be good because people are like, oh, they're looking at me. And then you can look at the eyes. I usually go for eyes and then this. So, and then I just focus. I try to focus. My focusing is not that good. Number 2, when going out and you're like, I really don't know how to talk to people. Here's what I did, which I learned is probably maladaptive daydreaming, but I did it anyway. My thing that I do is this. I pretend I'm someone else. I'm not Veronica. I am Marie. Marie is a 28-year-old who she loves to flirt. She loves, she's inappropriate, but a good amount of inappropriate. You make a whole backstory for your character. So when you go out, you can say your name like, hi, I'm blah, blah, blah. But in your head, you're like, I'm fucking Marie. What would Marie do in this? Marie would go and see some people be like, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. Marie also would make sure that she's very observant. She would look. If people are not interested in what she has to say, she's like, okay, cool. Well, it was nice meeting you anyway. And she leaves. I always go in with that mindset of, I'm never going to see these fuckers ever again. So I'm going to treat them kindly. Because even though I'm never going to see them again, I at least want them to have a positive thought of me. However, if they say some racist shit, then I'm like, fuck you, suck my dick, and then that's when real me comes out. Yeah, so that's what you do. Number 1, again. What the fuck was number 1? 2, pretend to be someone else. Oh yeah, 1. Look in between. Look in between this area. Their eyes and in between. And the other thing. That's my tips for surviving when you're going out. Also, another thing I would add to some people. You know what? I'll put it in a different one. Fuck it. I'll say it now. I've seen some videos of people that are like, the audience has saved me from self-harm, or I thought about doing bad things to myself and people saved me. I just want to say for record, you saved yourself. Give yourself credit. You're alive. You decided I'm going to find something to stay alive, which is fucking awesome. It is fucking admirable. I say this as someone who was severely depressed from middle school all the way to college, where I didn't think I would get to age 30. I didn't think I would ever be happy because I was constantly thinking of ways to murk myself. And another thing, there are other words to say. You could say they were watching their biography and they said, you know what? I'm cutting out early. That's a way to say that. Instead of talking about when people died, just say, kick the bucket. Went over the Rainbow Bridge. Taking a dirt nap. I have not heard people say taking a dirt nap. If they're an asshole, the motherfucker's taking a dirt nap. That's awesome. What other words? Kick the bucket. Balls pop out of my mouth. Mr. Bucket. Sorry. Passed away. Slipped away. Succumbed. I'm looking at a thing. Took their last breath. Went to a better place. Bought the farm. Gave up the ghost. Oh, that's the 1600 ones. We lost them. 6 feet under. Pegged out. Taking a dirt nap. Kick the bucket. I said that. Pushing up daisies. Sleeping with the fishes. Pining for the fjords. Oh, this is from my Morty, Monty Python. Why did I say Morty? Okay. Became worm food, immortally challenged, playing the great gig in the sky. They bit the dust, riding on a sin thing, meet their maker, went to heaven in Abraham's bosom, traveled beyond the veil, going to the home with the Lord, putting off the body, going the way all of the earth, being gathered to one's people, breathed his last, fallen asleep, entered final reward, and entered eternal rest. You could pick so many different words, and that just irks me that nobody does that. Anyway, the point is, before I got off subject, is I often thought about kicking the bucket a lot, where I was like, how would I kick the bucket? And you know what? I'm glad that I was able to say, I'm going to pick something. For me, it was spite. There were 3 people that I dislike a lot. So I said, if I meet my maker, then they win, and fuck them. And I use that. And I'm still kind of using that as spite. I'm also using debt and not wanting to have people do things with that. I also say that my environment has changed. I'm no longer at those jobs where I thought that made me think about meeting my maker, of ending my movie early because of, just things changing. I don't feel that way. Every so often I get a, what'd it be like to eat a gun? I don't eat the gun. It comes and I go, oh, what the fuck? And then it goes away. But I'm like, I don't know why it happens sometimes. We'll just be sitting there and I'd be like, what would it taste? I'm like, no, not gonna do it. Not planning to do it. But it's just sometimes it happens. But what I'm trying to say to you in this fucked up way is things will change. And I am so sorry to leave you with a what the fuck moment right there.